Hello and welcome to another video. On this video I'm doing something a little bit different, a bit of metal detecting on West Shore in Llandudno. The machine I'm using is a Sabcots, quite a budget machine from Amazon, 80 quid. I will put a link in the description to the machine. I've got a shovel, I've got a pinpointer, so let's get cracking. So this is the detector, fairly easy to use. Power on. We've got a backlight if we need to use the backlight. Discrimination mode is simply 3 settings, and we've got sensitivity just there. So a quick test of the machine, 5p on the ground there. Yeah. So I've just discriminated out, and it sounds like there is something here. So I've just scraped away a little bit. Could turn out to be mineralised rocks, but there's something definitely there. Let's get the pinpointer on it. Is that it? There we go. Let's give it a rub. Looks like a 2p to me, or a token of some description. But I'm going to show you everything that I find anyway. Could be, oh hold on, it says something on it. It's probably a token. I can't make out what it says, but I'll take it home, clean it up, and I'll show you everything I find anyway, even if it's a tin can. So we've not had anything for a while, and I've discriminated out the first one because I think there's quite a lot of mineralised pebbles, so stones, etc. So I did say I'd show you everything. This is a bit of tin foil, obviously, give me a very strong signal, but I always take everything anyway. So if I come back again to this area, I'm not going to find that again, am I? Yeah, always good etiquette. Fill your holes. Don't want any ankle breakers. Something else here. Let's get the pinpointer on it. See it, something there. Pull ring. So I've just found that tin foil and that pull ring quite close to each other in this little area here, and it's important not to get disheartened when you're detecting, but that's obviously suggesting that people like to sit here. So I had another hit here, obviously charcoal in the hole, and it looks like someone's been having a barbecue or something. Or so yeah, I bring a carrier bag with me for the junk and take all the junk as well. So I've left my spade where that barbecue was, and what I'm going to do is just check in a circle around, because people tend to sit around barbecues, so change can fall out of pockets, you know. So I was just going a circular. There's the shovel. Let's go in a circle, not spending too long. No, nothing, so let's move on. So I've done all this section of the beach now, and just in the middle there, where there's kind of a hollow spot, I've been in there, nothing in there. That's where things may collect naturally. And I've got along these steps as well. What I've found out is if I get too close, they must be highly mineralised or have steel rebar in these steps because I was getting signals all over the place. So I kind of went out by about a metre and did all this bit here where people are likely to sit. So I think what I'm going to do is just do that little bit there where people kind of walk up to get over onto the other side of the beach. So I've been detecting for about half an hour now. That coin token is the only thing I've found of any interest. There's a lot of walking obviously in detecting, and a lot of not getting bleeps. One thing I was going to just quickly touch on is a couple of apps. Now I have a tide time app that helps me to work out when the tide's going to be out and in, etc. obviously. And the other app that I use, it's not actually an app, it's a website, and that is the Crown Metal Detecting and Drones website, and that will highlight to you where you can and can't go on the beach, because I do know further down on this beach particularly it becomes private, so obviously we can't go there without permission. So that's a really good website. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Check that out as well. So just a little tip, sometimes what I do is drag the shovel behind me so it lets me know where I've been, and you can check the area more thoroughly. So I've just had 5p. Another little tip is always check your hole again and your spoil heap, because it could be a coin spill out of someone's pocket, you never know. So here we are the next morning at North Shore. It's about 7:45 in the morning. So let's give this one a dig over. So I'm going to talk about North Shore in a second or two, but these are the findings from West Shore, which was the day before. After a couple of hours digging, as you can see, we found I found a few bits of tin foil, the obligatory bottle top, a pull ring. Can't go detecting without finding a pull ring. An e-cigarette. I think the pink thing's an e-cigarette kind of thing. The 2p or the token, which I thought was a 2p or a token, actually turned out to be the tag of a dog collar, and it did have the name Molly written on it, and an address and telephone number on the back of it. And obviously we've got the 5p there, and here's just a close-up of them two items. So these are the items from North Shore. I've got some kind of metal tube, which was quite soft metal. The fishing weight was actually in amongst some seaweed. Wasn't very hard to find at all, that one. The 2p was about 4 inches deep, and obviously we've got another pull ring. I would say that out of the two beaches at Llandudno, the North Shore, complete with its 136-year-old Victorian pier, is by far the most popular with tourists and visitors. The part of the beach which is very sandy on the left-hand side of the jetty sees a fair amount of footfall on it. The rest of the beach heading towards the Little Orme is shingle, pebbles and rock, which makes it very difficult to detect and dig in. I was very surprised that the North Shore was so quiet on the bleach from the detector. Now have a look at these pictures from a bygone era. I am sure this area has much more to give up in the way of finds, so stay tuned and subscribe to the channel, because I will definitely be returning to this area in the future. Back to the original question of the video, do cheap detectors work on a beach? I would say absolutely yes. You may have to play around with the settings a bit in wet sand to get the detector to be stable, so it's not giving false signals off all the time. But I found with mine, if I knocked the all metal mode off, it was fine, and I was able to keep the sensitivity up to a maximum. Yes, my little detector is not as good as an all singing, all dancing one, but the important thing is to get out there, be happy and enjoy what you're doing. For me, it's all about the mystery of what's underneath the soil, and also my subscribers will already know that I like quite a bit of a history anyway. So yes, it has proved itself. It's found spendable coins. It's a great little machine for £80 off Amazon. It's not the cheapest. You know, it's £5 or £10 in it with the cheaper ones, but they all pretty much do the same thing. They all pretty much work in the same way. These cheaper metal detectors. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I say, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It all helps out. Leave me a thumbs up, give me some comments, and I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.